would like to thank the fans. I felt like we had a great crowd. Their energy was great. Just obviously super happy to be back at home. Disappointing loss, disappointing the way that we played. Didn't feel like we were in control the entire game. So I feel like we were just trying to find that rhythm. Didn't feel like we had that rhythm for 40 minutes, and that's normally something that we have, is just the rhythm of the game. Didn't feel like we had that. So got to get back to work. We have a tough one on Saturday, and just have to learn from this. This is a tough one. Just, again, not feeling like we had the rhythm that we normally have is something that I as coach, want to make sure I take ownership, and I have to get this team ready for us to be able to compete for 40 minutes, and didn't feel like we had that tonight.
Coach, they gave you some trouble on the glass again. What is it about what they do? Is it just that they're long, or are they in good positions? What makes them such a good rebounding team?
Yeah, I think that they just are relentless on the boards. I mean, they do a great job of finding their spots. Rebounding is not even a technical thing. It's just having the energy to go get it. And I feel like they had that energy. You could tell that's something that they're good at, like having given up 19 offensive rebounds, something we've been working on for the past couple weeks. You got to compete for boards, and I thought that they did a great job of that and have done a great job of that this season.
How much did the foul trouble that you guys had hurt you at the beginning of the fourth quarter and kind of set the tone for the entire fourth quarter?
Yeah, especially because it was back-to-back, getting those 4 fouls, having to take both Hannah and Maddie out, I thought kind of changed the game. Not in a great way for us. Just felt like the energy shifted, went from a 2-possession, or maybe like a 1-possession or 2-possession game, to being down 9. So I thought that really was a factor. Thought they did a good job of really kind of going at our players that had foul trouble off the bounce, hit some tough shots.
Coach, any particular adjustments you need to make if you see this team again in ACC postseason?
Yeah, I mean, starting better. I feel like the past couple times we played them, and I feel like we had a great start. It's obviously trying to contain Fair. I thought she did a decent job. I thought Sonia did a great job on her, just really trying to force into really tough twos. So just defensively and rebounding, we have to be better on the boards and containing the ball.
You mentioned Fair, specifically, what does she do so well? How do you go about trying to contain her, especially on a night like tonight where she's, getting, some tough looks and getting them to fall regardless?
Yeah, she does a great job with her speed and just reading defenses. She knows how to shoot off the bounce behind ball screen. She's always moving. So, our goal was to, try to deny her so she didn't touch the ball. But they run their offense through her. So sometimes just when she gets loose, I think that, she's got 3-4 seconds and she's putting it up. And she's comfortable in those pressure type situations. So it's really keeping the ball out of her hand as much as you can.
Sonia, you were on Fair a lot tonight. Does that have anything to do with how you shot? And did you feel like you had a lot of shots that kind of rimmed out tonight?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't my day. I let my team down, and I mean, the only thing I can do is just look forward to the next game and bounce back. So.
Coach, does it seem like in general maybe the shots were just, it would seem like it was a lid on the rim, as just multiple times throughout the game for both teams?
Yeah, and that's not normal being at home. But definitely, I feel like we got some good looks. Sonya got some great looks. So just got to step up and make them.
Coach, you mentioned the rhythm, having trouble getting that, and also there was almost a 6-minute stretch in the fourth quarter where you didn't have a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
When you have those occasions, what is your message to the team?
Yeah, just having poise, just trying to execute. I mean, then call a timeout, just trying to settle us in, trying to find the open look is normally my message, just staying poised, staying within our offensive set, whatever that set is.
And then, Nat had been so valuable to you during the non-conference portion. Her opportunities and her production hasn't been the same in the ACC. What can you do to maybe get her going to help you?
Yeah, just trying to have conversations, film. She's smart. She knows. She understands what she needs to bring. So she just has to do it, and she will.
Coach, what was maybe the conversation like with Hannah after the game? She seemed pretty frustrated late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Foul trouble, just wasn't really probably agreeing with the calls, or just frustrated in general. What was the conversation like with her as a young player in this type of game? Yeah,
I mean, the whole game is just, I'm always talking to the team about next play mentality, especially with her, just getting to the next play, because she definitely was frustrated. And in moments like that, it's just trying to calm her down and trying to get her to the next play, because, again, This is a game is a 40-minute game. You can't dwell on the one play, 5 minutes ago. You have to get to the next play. So that's what I talked to her about and try to calm her down with that.
You guys have had a couple of stressful fourth quarters. Some have gone your way, some haven't.
Mhm.
How much of that is impacted by Olivia Miles not being available and having to, so often play through a freshman point guard who's still, kind of developing her experience at this level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously having Olivia, who's a junior, who's had the experience, been in the ACC, would be different because you have another veteran guard. I think Anna DeWolf and Sonia do a great job, and KK sometimes have taken the pressure off of Hannah to run the point, get us into the offense. Sonia had to do it last year when Liv went down, but this is what we have, and Hannah being a freshman, like she's just learning through it. And like I said, like I have veteran upperclassmen guards that are helping us try to get us in the offense at times when we need them to.
Entering a really tough stretch of the schedule right now, how long do you dwell on this before you kind of start to move forward?
Yeah, I mean tomorrow. I mean we got to get back to work. So we're gonna watch film. Talked about it in the locker room. We got to move on to UConn. You got to learn from this, but we don't have that much time. We only have 24 hours to prepare to be able to fix tonight or dwell on tonight and learn from tonight, and then we got to move on to another scout. We play at 8 o'clock on Saturday, so we can't stay on it too long, but you still have to absorb it and learn from it.
Move on, last one.
Sony, you're a veteran. You've been in this type of, I guess, funk tonight. Before where shots just weren't falling. You were getting the looks. How do you bring the team together, and what are you and Olivia talking about, I guess, as well, to just kind of bring you guys together in a short turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it sucks, but it happens. It's sports. A team has to lose, so I think it's just, like Coach Ivey said, not letting it go to waste and learning from it. Like, you learn the most when you lose, so it's as long as you learn from it, get better, fix what we need to fix, then it's okay. We're going to end up being better for this, but it's a problem if we don't learn. But
Or conversations with Leah and these type of, half games in general?
yeah, I mean, we talk. I mean, I think we have similar mentalities, especially being on this team for 3 years now. Everyone looks up to Liv, especially, and we've talked about how, like, being from the bench, you see it differently. So I think we just have to find a way to bring the team together.
Thank you.